Hi students, Assalamu alaikum. This is Wahid Yusuf, your English teacher. And as far as today's lecture is concerned, today we are going to start a writing cyclus. And as far as your syllabus is concerned, we have some 4-5 topics under the heading of a writing cyclus. See, we have letter writing first, letter writing in which formal informal letters can be asked. Then we have paragraph writing. We have paragraph writing. Then we have article writing. Article writing. So first letter writing, paragraph writing, article writing. We have message writing. We have, I think, notice writing. And we have dialogue writing. So these things we are going to discuss in writing cyclus. I think you have some 25 marks as far as writing cyclus are concerned. So we'll discuss them one by one. And today we shall start with letter writing. In letter writing, we shall discuss letters first, in which we'll discuss informal letters, how to write informal letters, how to write formal letters, and then we'll come to paragraph writing extra, and I will discuss all these topics one by one. So we shall start with letter writing today. See, as far as letter writing is concerned, letter writing is an art. It is an art. And every person in his life has to write some kind of letters, because letters contain messages, letters contain information. So when we write a letter to other person, so that letter reflects us, that letter reflects our personality. Actually, how do we write, how much we know about letters, so our letters reflect that thing. So letter writing, it is an art. Why art? Because we need to take care of certain things while writing a letter. Letters convey this information, messages, invitations, etc. So this is how we call it an art. Letter writing is an art. And as far as letters are concerned, we have two kinds. Of letters. One, informal letters, which are written to friends. When we write a letter to a friend, that we call informal letter. When we write letter to relatives, that we call also informal letter. So we have two kinds of letters. One is informal letters, where we keep ourselves informal. For example, we are writing a letter, we don't take care of formal words, we don't take care of formal language. We can write according to our own mood. Whatever we want to write, we can write in informal letters. We can say hi, hello, etc. in informal letters, because these letters we write to friends and relatives. For example, we write a letter to our father and request him to send some money. For example, I am studying outside my state, and I request my father to send me some money for buying some books. That would be an informal letter. And I will invite my friend to my birthday party. That is also an informal letter. So informal letters are written to friends and relations. Now we have formal letters. Formal letters in which we write letters to government or semi-government officials. Under this heading, formal letters, we write letters to government or semi-government officials. We write letters to editors. We write letters to managers, etc. We write business letters also. We write business letters also. We write job applications. Job applications in which we seek some position in a company. So two types of letters we have. First one is informal letters. Informal letters which we write to friends and relations. And second is formal letters which we write to government or semi-government officials. For example, we can write letters to editors, so we can write letters to managers, we can write letters to a company for job application, in a form of job application, and we write some business letters as well, where we complaints about something, we write those letters of complaint also in formal letters. So all these letters are counted under the heading of formal letters. For example, letters to semi-government officials or government officials, letters of complaint, letters to editors, business letters, job applications, all these are counted under the heading of formal letter. So first we'll discuss these formal letters. We'll discuss formal letters and we'll discuss its format first. We'll discuss its format and then we'll come to first we'll discuss informal letters, then we'll come to formal letters. See, as far as informal letters are concerned, I already told you they are known as informal because they are written informally. So we have some elements. See, informal letters written to friends, relatives, But before writing an informal letter, we should know what are the elements of informal letter. How do we write an informal letter, and how do we take care of certain things in an informal letter? That is why it is known as art. It is known as art. See, as far as the elements of informal letter are concerned, we have the heading. First we write the heading and then we write date. Some people write the date along with heading, and if we say that first point is heading along with date, that is also okay, because some people don't place a space between heading and date, but most people prefer to place a space between heading and date. So we should say first one is heading, then date, and third one the greeting, which we call salutation also. You can simply say salutation. Fourth one, body, and then we can write closing line. It is optional, closing line, and then subscription. I'll explain these things here, and I'll first explain these things, and then I'll also explain how these things are written. For example, This is a page. Okay. See, first we write the heading. We write the heading, which we call sender's address also. Which we call sender's address also. So the heading should include the sender's address. The sender's address. For example, I am sending a letter to my father. I am sending a letter to my friend. I should write my address in heading as far as the heading is concerned. And we have some styles of writing letters. So you can write the heading here and you can write the heading here also. It depends upon you. So I'll write here the heading. For example, I'll write 42 Kulgam, Jammu and Kashmir. Or simply I can write 42 Kulgam, Kashmir. See, this is my address, for example. This is the heading. 42 Kulgam, Kashmir, 192231. This is address and this is pin code. Address and pin code. Then I'll draw a line, not draw a line actually. I will skip a line here. I'll skip a line and I'll write the date. For example, July 27th, 2021. So sender's address is written first. Sender's address is written first, which we call heading. Along with date, we call it heading. We call this heading along with date. So this is heading. This is heading. Yes. Or we call this part sender's address and this is date. This is date. And after the date, we write the salutation. Salutation. For example, I am going to write this letter to my friend. I'll write dear, for example, Jimmy. You can never write dear friend because we know the name of our friend. We should always write the name of our friend. We should always write the name of our friend. We cannot write dear friend. That is not good. We cannot write my dear friend. We can write dear Jimmy. For example, if my friend's name is Jimmy, we can write dear Jimmy. We can write my dear Jimmy. And then we have to write the body. Why you have to fill the details, the reason why you are writing this letter, and then closing line, and then subscription. For example, yours sincerely, yours loving, extra. So this is how an informal letter is written. So now I'll read it again and I'll tell you some facts about writing a letter. When you write a letter, for example, this is sender's address. Make sure that you write every word with a capital letter. Every word, every content word with a capital letter. Every content word. For example, I have written Kulgam with K capital. I have written Kashmir with K capital. I have written Kulgam with K capital. I have written Kashmir in K capital. And I have written J of July as capital. So July I have written in capital. Kulgam I have written with capital. And Kashmir I have written with capital. And now we put a comma here. And we put a comma here. So after salutation we place a comma. After subscription we place a comma. That is the rule of informal letter writing. Informal letter writing. Informal letter writing. First thing, we write with capital letters. We write words starting with capital letters. For example, Kulgam and Kashmir and July. See here, we have a unique rule here. See, the rule for salutation is, if we write salutation, and this salutation contains 3 words, 2 words, 1 word, the rule is, first word is written in capital and all the other nouns. First word and all nouns are written in capital. So we have first word dear here. So that is written in capital, and we have Jimmy. It is a noun, it is written in capital. For example, if it would have been my dear Jimmy. See, first word is my, so it is capital. Then dear, is it noun? Does it qualify as a noun? No. So we have to write it in small letter. We have to start with it with small letters. And then Jimmy, is it noun? Yes, that is capital. So the rule is, first word is written with a capital letter and the nouns are written with a capital letter. So first word, irrespective of whether it is a noun or a pronoun or an adjective, extra, first word is written in capital, and all the other words, if they are noun, they are also written in capital. And one more rule is there, first and last word is always written in capital. First and last word is they always start with a capital. So this is first and this is last, and this is first and this is last. So you remember this one, that is technical, that first word and the nouns, they are written starting with a capital letter. And then body, you have to write your information, the message which you want to convey to the person to whom you are writing a letter, that is to be written here. Then you can write a closing line thanking you extra, and then yours sincerely. Don't make it possessive. It is never like this. I always repeat it to my students, but they do this mistake. It is never apostrophe S. It is like this, yours. It is not this one, yours. So then you have to give your details, your name, extra. So this is how an informal letter is written. This is how an informal letter is written. And inshallah, in the next class, we'll try to discuss the formal letter. This is easier. This is easier because some elements are missing as far as compared to formal letters. We have some more elements when we talk about formal letter writing. So with this, I conclude today's lecture, and I hope you would have understood this informal letter writing, because you'll be asked about 2 types of letters. Either there would be a formal letter or an informal letter. I think in your exam papers, you would have 2 letters there, and you will be given a choice between them. There would be one formal letter and one informal letter, and you have to attempt one of the 2 letters. So we'll discuss the other one in the next class. So I conclude this lecture here. So have a nice day. Allah Hafiz and thank you.